All right, so you're going to remove these right here. Pretty easy thing to do if you got the right pliers. Pull the inner piece up, and get under that piece and pull it out. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what you're going to do is grab the bottom of the front grille and pull out on it. Yes, it can be a little tight if it's your first time. And you're going to remove 3 bolts on each side, one right here, one here, and one right down here. They take a 10mm socket. Pull those out, and then you disconnect the wire going to the light behind. First, you're going to take a screw out here, screw out here, and one right there. And these particular ones have Phillips head bolts. So just remove those 3 and separate the 2 halves. Take that outer half or the front half that you took off where the bolts were, and you're going to put these rubber spacers on the outside of them. But what you're going to do is you're going to put that rubber right there on the back side of it. That way it squeezes it down when you put it back up here. And it'll hold that rubber in place like that. So the bolt will go in from this side where my thumb is. So we're going to tell y'all, not everything is perfect, especially when you buy it from where? China. That's right. This little area right here, you may have to file that down. And I just use a little El Cheapo Harbor Freight file and file down all 3 of those to make that headlamp fit in there. Now, yes, these headlamps were made in China, and these brackets were made in China. But apparently everybody in China don't talk to each other and get the dimensions right, so you might have to file it. But who cares? Because we're going cheap, right? It's a budget. You know, we're trying to do this for less than, I don't know, 150 bucks. These headlamps will only fit in there one way. So you can't get it wrong. If you got it wrong, you might want to throw everything you got away, because it's useless at this point. If you modified it enough where you can get it in there crooked, you did something wrong. You failed. Anyways, we're going to take this top piece that we put our little rubber spacer on, and we're going to put it back up there with the 3 screws we took out. And once again, it only goes on one way. If you can get it to go on 2 ways, you got the wrong brackets or you're doing something wrong. Now, hopefully y'all going to be able to see this. But we're going to take this little harness that came with our headlamp brackets, not the one that came with the headlamps, but the ones that came with our brackets. And we're going to plug them together, and yes, they are tight. But even though they're tight, we're still going to take one of these fancy little zip ties, the old cheapo Harbor Freight zip ties, and we're going to figure out a way. What we're going to do, we're going to put one around here. Just behind there. Not going to hook it tight. Then we're going to take another one. We're going to run it through that. And back around our connector. We're going to run it through here. We're going to hook that together. What we're going to do, we're going to cinch this one down. Right there. And then we're going to pull this one tight. That'll keep it from coming apart. It should never come apart, but we're just making sure. You can, instead of doing that, you could also take and just wrap it with electrical tape. I like this way. Some people like the electric tape way. But there you go. And then you're going to take the whole headlamp assembly, and you're going to put those 3 bolts back in it, and you're going to hook this end of the connector back to the OEM wiring. So here's where we're at. I have taken out multiple push pins and 3 bolts from this inner fender over here. And I've gotten to my daytime running lamp, and this is my right turn signal. And I'm getting ready to wire these into the new headlamp so I have my running light and turn signal. Be back in a minute. All right, so your white wire with the yellow stripe here, that's gonna be your daytime running lamp. That's what you're gonna hook to the red wire on the new headlights. And this, for your turn signal, this is the right side. This white wire with the green stripe, that's gonna go to your green wire on your new headlamps.